Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. Let's go ahead and open up the waiting room and let people in. As yes, we are a live Zoom. And if you are watching us out on any of the platforms or listening to us and you would like to join us live, you may do so by going to zoom.dailywithdoc.com Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're in Mountain, that starts at 1 o'clock. If you're in Central, that starts at 2 o'clock. If you are in Eastern, that starts at 3 o'clock. And if you are in South America, that starts at 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. Albert, you can correct me if I am.
You said South America.
Oh, see? That's why I have a team. South Africa, 10 p.m. So thanks, everybody, for taking some time out of your busy schedule to be here with us, as this hour is going to be an empowering hour to help you help yourself. So if you were invited by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them, as they cared enough about you to share this program with you. So care enough to get back and say thank you. And they are going to be your first point of contact for any information about what you hear on today's program. As we are a resource for an amazing community of health advocates, health coaches, people that just love people who want to see them thrive. So make sure that you get back with the person that shared this program with you. And if you found this on your own and you'd like to speak with a certified holistic health coach, you may do so by calling 855-949-3377. This program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com. On our website, you will see replays of previous programming. You'll also find articles, you'll find a store, you'll find a good foods, bad foods list, and you will find our sign up for the email list. So with the email, you get a friendly little reminder that we're getting started, what the topic is going to be from this coming show. We also get information about previous shows, but most importantly, you get information that you can share with others and help them have a better day as well. So let's go ahead and get started now that we got that all cleared out. My name is Becca Dukes. I'm the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health and also a certified naturopath practitioner. I am honored to be able to bring to you what helped me when I was just doing community as just a community herbalist and looking into natural ways, because the other way just didn't work for me and they pushed me off to pain management. And I was able to help a lot of people, but I still hadn't figured out myself until somebody recommended to me the doctor that we have on today, who is an amazing individual who has done so much, as he is a true legend in the field of natural health. Dr. Joel Wallach is renowned and widely known as the mineral doctor. So you're about to hear from a founding father, or one of the founding fathers of epigenetics. He is a doctor of naturopathic medicine, a doctor of veterinary medicine. He's a pathologist with 3 doctorates in pathology, and he poses a unique and comprehensive understanding of the human body and has dedicated his life to improving the health of individuals and generations to come. You're going to be hearing about his groundbreaking research, particularly in the area of mineral nutrition, and learn about his courageous legal battle against the FDA to ensure the safety and nutritional adequacy of baby formula and prenatal vitamins. So get ready to delve into a fascinating world of mineral nutrition, gain valuable insights from our one and only Dr. Joel Wallach with decades of experience, not just book knowledge, folks, but decades of experience. And today we are going to be talking about those hidden gems of nutrition: plant-derived minerals, bone density, and more. So I'm going to get Dr. Wallach up here on the screen with me. Hello and welcome, Dr. Wallach. How are you today?
Okay, but the screen is off. All I see is half of you and half of somebody else. I'm not on.
You are on, Doc. It's you and I up on the screen, so might need to bring down those extra pictures.
Now we do. Now I do. I had to press.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Do that again. Well, awesome. So you're able to see us, right?
Okay.
You can hear me.
Okay, I can hear you. Want me to start?
Well, I just want to say thank you, Doc. What amazing things are you going to share with us today when it has to do with those gems of the earth, and how important are plant-derived minerals for our bone health, for our joints, for our heart, and what else?
Okay, well, you have to appreciate that human flesh is not all soft cells, like muscle and liver and heart and kidneys and brain and eyes and stuff like that. A significant portion of the weight and mass is minerals, okay? And so we're talking about bones, we're talking about cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue. We're talking about arthritis, osteoporosis. We're talking about demyelinization, loss of the white matter, the brain and spinal cord. We're talking about heart disease. And so when you look at a complete health program, you have to take more than vitamin C. I can remember doctors coming and speaking to us in class in high school and junior high and that sort of stuff. And basically they would say, well, just everybody should be taking, you know, vitamin A and some B vitamins and vitamin C, and that'll cover everything. Just eat well, eat good food, and you'll get everything you need. Well, that's nonsense. Plants only need 3 minerals. We need 60. Plants need 3. We need 60. So if you're eating happy, healthy plants, you could be 57 minerals short. Okay. And then when you look at places where people lived a long time, we've discussed this before, where people live a long time, the land's flowing with milk and honey. 2,000 years ago, it was published in the old Bible. It was so dramatic that even people without having access to the science to be able to analyze what's in food, what's in water, what's in milk, they knew that there was something going on there that made people in certain areas live to be 125, 150, 200, 300. Okay, whereas in other places, the average lifespan was 25. You did not want to live in those places where people live to be 25. Okay, and of course, they're talking about, you know, the devil and all this kind of stuff. Well, maybe the devil was in, which they say, in charge of that. But basically, it's something you can actually determine with science by looking at the nutritional value in the soil that the plants are growing in. Plants only need 3 minerals. We humans need 60. 2/3 of our 90 essential nutrients are minerals. 2/3 of the 90 essential nutrients are minerals. Okay. When you look at the earth at the time of the Old Testament, you're looking at places, there may have been maybe a dozen places on earth where people lived to be a long time. They call it the land flowing with milk and honey, because those same places that had people who lived a long time had very, very high levels of bees and honey. Now, why was that? Well, that's because there was more flowers. When you had all those minerals, there was more flowers, more bees, more honey. And so nobody put all that together 2,000 years ago. Okay. And it's the sort of thing that we did with epigenetics. And rare earth spin cures came first. Okay. Rare earth spin, there you go. And we actually, rare earth spin cures, I'm one of the 5 founding fathers of that science. It replaced genetics. Doctors learned about genetics, and all they talked about was genetics, everything's genetics. Everybody in your family's got the same problem as genetics. No. The only thing in genetics is hair color, eyes color, skin color, and if you're a boy or girl, that's it. Okay. Everything else is nutritional. And so epigenetics, you know, cases are flying out of the door now, epigenetics, because it tells you what's going on. Okay. When you have communities that have a very high rate of a certain disease, it's because there's something missing in the soil. It's not in the gardens. It's not in the plants that are grown there locally. Okay. Rare earth spin cures. This tells you how to collect hair, how to collect soil, how to send it in to find out how many minerals are in there. And so the 2 books, epigenetics and rare earth spin cures, really go together. And rare earth spin cures, you send in a sample, and it gives you an address to send the hair sample to, and you'll get a report back how many minerals and what minerals and how much of each mineral is in the hair. Okay, so you know where your problems are. And of course, we have a book, it's a little short book, I don't know, a couple 100 pages maybe. I don't even know. The book.
Which book?
Yeah, The Truth About Nutrition. Okay, because people wanted to know how much did nutrition play about health. Okay, and so yeah, it's got like maybe 120 pages. Okay, and so it's a nice little book, and it's one of those things where you have to appreciate that people would misplace their trust. They say, well, my doctor said, I must have heard that a million times. My doctor said, okay. And well, the doctors in America live to be the same age as the average person does, somewhere around 75, except for emergency room doctors. Emergency room doctors, their average lifespan is 56.7. That's not very good. Okay. Or somebody with no education, working at some store, lives to be 85 or 110 or something like that. When you look at the Pakistanis, okay, the average lifespan of the Pakistanis is 125, 122, 125. That's their average lifespan. Many live to be 200 or more. Okay. And why is that? Is that because of their genetics? No. It's because of the minerals coming down the side of the mountain. And I don't know what somebody's doing. Somebody's playing with
No,
the computer here.
nobody's playing with your computer, Doc. Somebody may have their hand up and you just see the notification in front of you, maybe?
Well,
Can we just keep rolling?
okay, my camera went away.
So I just want to show what the mountains and glaciers look like there in that area. And those are some pretty rugged mountains covered in snow, which is where you're talking about this glacial milk.
Yeah, because it looks like milk, because the top of the mountains, the glaciers are grinding up the rocks. The rock dust gets in the streams coming down the side of the mountains, and it turns the stream opaque white like milk. And so from a half a mile away, you can see the stream coming down the side of a mountain. It looks like milk coming down the side of the mountain. So 200 years ago, when they knew that people who lived in those areas, they drank it, they cooked with it, they irrigated with it, the glacial milk, and they're the ones who lived to be well beyond 100. Everybody else is living to be in their 20s and 30s. Okay. It was very, very bad 2,000 years ago. When you lived in a place that did not get minerals, you only lived to be in your 20s and 30s. That was it. Okay. And so it was a big, big leap when people began to understand the land flowing with milk and honey. And they would get buckets of this glacial milk and put it in their gardens, and then they would eat it. And of course, some of those glacial milks only had 5 minerals or 10 minerals or 20 minerals. They didn't get much benefit from it. But the ones that had more than 50 minerals in it, 50 minerals or more, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 minerals, those are the ones who lived a long time. Okay. And those are the ones that are in the Bible. And so Dr. Milan and I, we went to a bunch of these places. We looked at the analyses of the soil at the base of these mountains, of Himalayan mountains. And we looked at, well, they've got 75 minerals in this place. That's why these people live so long. Okay. And so there you go.
Looks like it's pretty fertile, Doc. Lots of growing plants and trees, and everything just looks beautiful. And the harvest that's shown here in this one.
Yep. Land, milk, and honey. There you go.
Yeah. And folks, this is the flip chart that Dr. Wallach and I put together to help you share the message. So for those of you who like to have a in your hand.
New batch coming. They say it's in the mail. So next week sometime we should have a whole new supply of the flip chart. Okay. Let's see here. And it's one of those things. Now hold it up again. Hold it up again. There you go. 90 for Life Crusade to save humanity and the earth. Okay. And this covers diseases that all doctors are trained to say they're genetic. None of these diseases in this flip chart are genetic. We're talking about Parkinson's disease. We're talking about I can get rid of Parkinson's disease in a couple of weeks. I don't care if you've had it for 25 years. Okay. And Parkinson's disease is easy to get rid of. And so people who have families that have these kind of things in there, like muscular dystrophy, healthy brain and heart pack, is very valuable. And this is what you need to be paying attention to. We have the data, we have the results, and it's unimpeachable, unimpeachable. Okay. And so we're very excited about this, and we're so happy we're able to help people. And it's one of those things here. I got one left, so I can't wait till next week when the supply comes. Here we go. And it's at page like 26 or 27 or something like that.
Which are you looking for? The list of all the diseases?
Yeah. I got 24 here.
Yeah, so there's a couple different pages, Doc, because you go into the neurologically associated diseases, you go into those that are demyelinating disease.
Yep. Yeah, those are
Symptoms.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Symptoms.
So,
Well,
demyelination associated diseases, and we're talking about Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, Huntington's chorea, frontotemporal dementia, Bell's palsy, cervical spondylosis, optic neuritis, Charcot-Marie-Tooth, Guillain-Barré syndrome. And these are all mysterious diseases to the medical profession because they think it's genetics. They don't know how it started. They don't know how to get rid of it. They treat only symptoms. Somebody needs to go to jail. Okay. Somebody needs to go to jail. And it's one of those things where this new supply of this flip chart is coming out. Every family should have at least half a dozen of these, one for mom and dad, one for each kid as they move away from the family house. Also, they need to get it into the churches, into the classes and schools. Get this tool to where the kids can see it and understand it so that your family can understand it, so your neighbors can understand it, your church mates, your workmates, your neighbors, people you don't know. We can save humanity. We have the capacity to save humanity with nutrition. And so I'm so very proud of our team in longevity. Okay. And it's one of those things where we have, I think it's like 25 best-selling books that cover these conditions. Okay. And
you do.
If you buy 10 of them, you get a nice discount. So if you sell one by one, you get a little profit there, and you can actually help save humanity. I'm so excited about this. We're at a point now where we are in a position to save humanity. We can add thousands of years of healthful life to humanity, and I'm very proud of that.
Awesome. And I know we can, Dr. Wallach, because I feel better now over 50 than I did when I was in my 20s. So I know it works. And then we have Pauline asking, what is the cost of the flip chart? Pauline, the flip chart is $40, my dear. It's a really good deal. All full color. So that was fun putting together, Doc.
Yeah, and thank you for that. And of course, if you get 10 of them, you get a nice discount. Same as the books. And so you can actually get the flip chart for a reduced price when you buy 10 or more. And give them as presents for graduations, birthdays, wedding anniversaries, marriages. There's so many places that humanity needs this information if they're going to have a happy life.
Absolutely. And Doc, as we're scrolling through social media, we're always seeing people are sick or people have passed away. I know just since 2020, Dr. Wallach, I've had at least 8 of my classmates pass away. We're too young. We're too young. We're leaving, 70 years on the table? Or cutting ourselves short 70 years? It's like, I just want to tell everybody, Dr. Wallach, because this applies to everybody.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how old you are.
Well, everybody has the capacity to live well beyond 100. Just have to stay away from the bad stuff of all kinds, and then do all the good stuff of all kinds. And it's kind of like your car. If you just put a book that tells you what to do for your car on the back seat, but don't put oil, in the oil pan, don't put grease around your axles, don't put the um,
Well, I see we got
radiator,
power
yeah,
steering
yeah,
fluid,
don't put the
radiator
radiator
fluid.
coolant in, okay? And just put regular water in there. That car is not going to go one tank full of gasoline. It'll burn up. Okay.
Yeah, and especially when it's cold like it is here, it feels like 19, Doc. That water's gonna freeze because it's not
It's 75
antifreeze.
degrees now here in San Diego.
Yeah. I hear it's 77 and it's in the middle of the night in South Africa. So, Dr. Wallach,
Yep.
we have some hands up. We have some questions that are coming in. First one that I want to go to, of course, is AJ bringing in questions for those who have emailed into us at questions@dailywithdoc.com, and also those that are either in the Zoom room or on the different social media platforms. So, AJ.
Hey,
How you
Doc, how are you? You're muted, Doc.
You
Doc,
got muted, Doc. Can you unmute?
Now I'm
There you
not.
go.
fantastic. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my other light on. It looked like I'm in a cave. But at any rate, Doc, Amber is 170 pounds and 5'11", and she has a blighted ovum, which is an embryonic pregnancy. The egg is implanted in the uterus but doesn't develop typically well. And she's wondering if there's anything she can do at this point.
Well, we won't know exactly until we try. She needs the 90 essential nutrients. She needs a healthy brain and heart pack. At 170 pounds, you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I started her out with one healthy brain and heart pack, a half a dose twice a day, and in 2 weeks' time, go to 2 healthy brain and heart packs, a full dose twice a day. Okay, and because she's got to get the nutrition to this growing embryo and to herself, just eating the local food isn't going to be enough. Okay, when you're talking about pregnancy, the vitamins and minerals for pregnant women. Okay, but the commercial ones, that it's better than nothing, but they're not perfect. Okay, and so you want a little heavier hammer when you're, even whether you're planning on having a baby or not. You want to be taking the 90 essential nutrients so that if a pregnancy does occur, that embryo is protected. You don't want an embryo with no arms or legs or no eyes or heart defects and brain defects and all that kind of stuff, because it takes the nutrition for those tissues to develop properly.
Doc, should she be avoiding wheat, barley, rye, oats, buckwheat?
Absolutely. No bad foods, no wheat, barley, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. And so she wants energy. We have the rebound. Okay. Well, the rebound is made for Theoratolith, but it has, I don't know, like 75 minerals in it. It's got amino acids. It's got all the known vitamins. Okay. And it's got these nutrients. And she could take one of those twice a day, the rebound. Put one of these, tear up the corner and pour it into a pint of water. Okay. I take 2 of those a day. And then these ladies who are sexually active, even if they're not trying to have a baby, things do happen. And so it wouldn't hurt to be on the rise. The rise, you want to put, there's little scoops, little like 1 ounce scoops. You put one content of the scoop into 8 ounces of water. Okay. And also the restore, the rise is for in the morning, maybe a half hour, an hour after breakfast. And the restore is either a half hour before or a half hour after dinner. Okay. And people say, I used to have to take a nap for a couple of hours every afternoon. Once I started taking those 90 essential nutrients and then threw in the rise and restore, I don't need to take a nap every afternoon. So I've really increased my effectiveness by another hour and a half. So that's good.
Well, let me ask you another quick question about this, Doc. Because do have other people with questions, of course. Is there anything hormonal that she might want to do to Xerofem or anything to that? In that, is there anything going on hormonal that's making the embedding of the egg not proper? Is that what's going on there, or
Don't know. Can't tell. Okay. But needs the 90 essential nutrients and the again, I like Rebound because it's just all nutrition. And let's kind of go that direction.
Yes, sir. I will pass that along, Doc. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Yeah, we want things to be simple yet effective.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Wallach, we're talking minerals. We were talking bones early. I have a gentleman. He is in his 60s. He's 26 months ago. He broke his ankle when he fell out of his truck, and it's still not healed. He's been on a lot of antibiotics because of infection. He understands that they're going to try to put a rod up through the bottom of his ankle because his ankle's just not fusing. So, Doc, why would it break, not fuse?
Okay, well, it's interesting that he just stepped out of his truck and broke his ankle. Okay, it has terrible.
Well, Doc, he's a truck driver. You've got a lot of truck drivers that listen to you. They're a little bit high off the ground. So
Okay,
as he
still,
stepped out.
Yeah, when you step out of a car or a truck, you shouldn't break your ankle.
Oh,
Okay,
he lost.
This guy had terrible osteoporosis already. Okay.
Okay.
Terrible osteoporosis, terrible weakening of the bones. So this guy needs, how much does he weigh? Do you know?
He's 182 pounds.
182 pounds. He needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs, a full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. Absolutely none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, bran, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Even the diet one's got to go. Energy, he should be using the Rebound. Okay. Again, he had the Rise and Restore to his program, the 2 healthy brain and heart packs. And it wouldn't hurt to get the extra calcium. You
want the liquid osteo or the liquid cow toddy, Doc?
Okay. Either one will work. Osteo, I take both. Okay, I take both. Okay, the cow toddy and the osteo. And it's one of those things where you need a lot of minerals. I'm 85 years old. In a couple of months, I'll be 86. And my bones are like rocks. Okay. And I can lift very heavy weights and things like that. I've never had a fracture because I've been taking all these nutrients since I was 3. Been taking these since I was 3 years old. Okay. And so it's like living in the land flowing with milk and honey before you're conceived. And then once you're growing as an embryo in your mom, getting all these minerals from your mom because she's living in the land flowing with milk and honey. Then you're born and she's producing breast milk and you're getting the land flowing with milk and honey coming through her breast milk. This is how things are supposed to work. Okay. You can't, just, well, I take a calcium pill once a week. No, that's not going to cut it.
Or get a shot once a week to help build your bones. It's just, it's never.
I get a vitamin D3 shot once a week, or maybe I get an IV for an hour of calcium, liquid calcium into my veins. And of course, doctors love that sort of thing. They set you up for that. But that's not how it works. When you look at, again, the Pakistanis, they're the longest lived people on earth right now. The Pakistanis live in Hunza in the Himalayan mountains. Their average lifespan is 122. Okay. They don't have a single medical doctor in Hunza. We have all these medical doctors in America, and our average lifespan is 75.7.
We have a lot of doctors in America, Dr. Wallach.
We have a lot of doctors in America, and where they shine, they do have a place where they shine, and that is trauma. We're talking about fractures. They want to put pins in. You have surgery like you have appendicitis, they'll take your appendix out. They'll give you a heart transplant. This is where doctors really, really excel. Okay, they're trained to do those things. But then of course, why would you go through all that trouble to give somebody a new heart and then they die 2 years later because they weren't taking any vitamins and minerals? Okay, your heart, you need the de-stress capsules, okay, for your heart, de-stress capsules. It's got a funny name for something for your heart, but I purposely did that because I didn't want the medical people to attack it because you can't do that and they'll sue us and all that kind of stuff. We've been through that before. So I learned just like a healthy brain and heart pack. Well, who can argue with that? De-stress, who can argue with that? Okay. And so we come up with these sort of low-key terms for these products, but yet they're going to add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life because they have the nutrients in it that you're not going to get in your food unless you live in those lands flowing with milk and honey. And so that's one of those things where we have figured it out. We have found a plan that works for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter if you're white or black or yellow or red. It doesn't matter what group of people you come from. Same thing is true of your dog and your cat. We have Arthrodex for your cat and your dog. Okay, you don't want to just give them meat from your table, scraps from the table, because if those things don't have nutrition for you, guess what? They don't have nutrition for your dogs and cats either.
That's right. And unless you're eating organ meat, there's not a lot of minerals in steak or roast or, you know, all those good things. But
well, organs don't make minerals, and if you're not getting minerals, there's not going to be many minerals in your liver.
nope, not at all, Dr. Wallach. And, you know, with the diet that they have in the United States, there's so many people having liver conditions, whether it's, I'm not going to mention those words, but, you know, fatty liver is not fat, is it?
Well, fatty liver can have fat, okay, because you can't digest it properly, and so your stomach says, well, let's just store it in the liver in case we need it later on. And so you're getting all this fat going directly from the stomach to the liver, and it's stored in the liver. The liver is a storage place for fat. Fatty liver disease is quite common, okay? Because people are storing fat in their liver because they don't have all the proper routes to utilize fat. And fat, of course, carries fat-soluble vitamins. So fat is necessary, okay, fat-soluble vitamins. But it's one of those things where you have to be careful because people say, well, we have all this fat. Let's fry some hamburgers here. Let's fry some potatoes here. Let's fry some eggs. And so, because they're using all that fat.
High heat and heating up the good fats and making them bad fats, and even the potatoes and frying those, Dr. Wallach, making them crispy and creating acrylamides. I mean, there's so much that we've done to ruin food.
Yeah, well, that's why back over 100 years ago, the Black population tended to have shorter lives than the white population in most cases. Because they were frying everything, fried potatoes, fried chicken, fried fish, fried potatoes, fried eggs.
Fried grits.
Fried grits, yeah. They'd fry everything because it tasted good. And you know, once in a while, the slaveholder would go and he'd, you know, get some fried chicken from them and eat it like once a month or something like that. And they might get away with it for a while. But if they did it every morning or every afternoon, they'd get in trouble with the Black population because it wasn't a genetic thing. It was their cooking style, which was causing all their health problems.
All right. Well, Dr. Wallach, let's go to the next hand that is up. And as we're doing this, Ann makes a comment in regards to there's a product that Longevity offers from the Biomedics line called Cal Mag, and she says that it works really good as well. So thank you so much for that, Ann. And Dr. Wallach, let's see if we can get Sam to unmute. Hello, Sam. How are you today?
Good afternoon. Thanks for taking my question. I have two questions. One is the Ultimate EFA and the Omega Pro Jab. What's the difference, and when should you take both, or is the EFA the same as the Omega?
Well, they're actually not the same. Okay. I take both.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's what I think I'll need to continue to do, because I've been using the Omega, but I haven't been using the EFA
It's
because
like
I was under the
protein.
assumption they were the
It's like
same.
protein. It's like protein. You don't want to be just eating chicken for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
My second question just has to do with and this might be something I need to email, but you can point me in the right direction about getting somebody that is a coach that can help me with the various products that I may need from time to time. I am and have been on the 90 for life for about 7 to 8 years, but occasionally there's different things that come up either in my family's life or my life that I need services for. So however you could point me in that direction, maybe Becca, that would be great.
We'll pick one of those
Absolutely,
situations.
Sam. Well, Doc, he's just wanting to know whenever something comes up to make sure that he can get a hold of somebody right away and get some recommendations, which our certified holistic health coaches do have a whole library of your recommendations from previous shows, Dr. Wallach.
Yeah, we have the
So,
secret sauces for over 100 different diseases. And that's what we call them, secret sauces, because we don't want somebody to just buy them because they have arthritis. They're going to buy a secret sauce for arthritis. You're not going to get the best result if you're not taking the 90 essential nutrients. And then you add the secret sauce to the 90 essential nutrients. Then you're going to get the maximum benefit.
and that's why he wants to talk to a coach, Dr. Wallach, just to make sure he's not missing anything. We do have our coaches standing by at 855-949-3377. If you do have your Longevity customer ID number handy, that is so helpful as we're able to help you, because we don't have access to the whole entire database of Longevity, and that's for your own protection. But if we're helping you put together a protocol, we can use your same account number and get that ordered for you and make sure that you know exactly how to take it.
Great. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Sam. And thanks for coming on today. Dr. Wallach, next question. Pauline has a friend who has plantar warts. What do you recommend for somebody that has plantar warts? They're 60 years old and weigh 164 pounds.
Well, you need to get rid of all the bad stuff. Take 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, full dose of breakfast and dinner. Then topically, okay, meaning, well, orally, they should also take the hair, skin, and nails for the hair, skin, and nails. And then topically, on the wart, plantar's warts, you want to put our colloidal silver on top of it, because plantar's warts are made from viruses. And the colloidal silver will kill the viruses that are actually causing the warts.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And Vlad has a cousin who is in the hospital with severe pain in his lower back due to severe degenerative disc disease in his L5 through S1. What would be the fastest way to relieve his pain, Dr. Wallach?
Well, the fastest way to relieve pain is to use a CM cream on his low back. Okay, it'll relieve pain.
I'm so glad you were serious about that answer. Thank you. I was worried.
Okay, but that's only going to relieve the pain. It doesn't solve the problem. Okay, it needs to get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, brown, rye, oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. Needs to take 2 healthy brain and heart packs a month, a full dose of breakfast, full dose of dinner time. Also needs more, okay, of the raw materials. Okay, the glucogel. Needs the glucogel. Needs to take 3 or 4 or 5, 3 times a day. Okay. I take 3 twice a day, and I only weigh 142 pounds. And I don't have any problems with my disc or my cartilage, my ligaments, tendons, connective tissue. I don't have any problems with any of that stuff. My skin is great, you know, for 85 going on 86-year-old. Most people think I'm in my 50s when they look at me. Okay. And so you give the skin what it needs, just like you give the bones what it needs, you give the muscles what it needs, you give the liver what it needs, you give the brain what it needs. And then when you have kind of variation there, like warts, so he got infected with viruses. Those are viruses. That's where the colloidal silver comes in.
All right. Does zinc help with viruses as well, Dr. Wallach?
I'm sorry, say again?
Zinc. Zinc. Z-I-N-C.
Z-I-N-T?
C.
Oh, zinc.
Zinc.
Oh, zinc can help with health of the skin.
Okay.
Okay.
Does,
But I would
can it
still
help with
use
viruses?
I would still use the colloidal silver. I'd still use the 90 essential nutrients. I'd still use the healthy bone. Let's see, I'd still use the colloidal silver. I would still use the hair, skin, and nails. You have to do the whole thing. You can't, for instance, when you have osteoporosis, okay, or arthritis, you can't just take calcium.
Mm-mm.
No, you
It
need
doesn't
vitamin B
work.
and vitamin C and
Ask
vitamin
me.
D. And, yeah.
Yeah, ask me how I know it didn't work, Doc. Even taking a combination of calcium, magnesium, and zinc,
Yeah.
it didn't work.
Well, that's why we have
Why
the
would it
term
not work?
secret sauces, because we don't want to say, take this for your arthritis. You take it for the arthritis, nothing happens because you need the 90, and then you add, it's kind of like you're eating your steak and then you're putting the steak sauce on it. Okay. Okay. You're going to get the best taste out of that steak by putting the steak sauce on the steak. The steak's okay without the steak sauce, but you need the steak sauce to make it really taste good. So same, and so that's one of the secret sauces.
All right. So I hope that answered the question there. And Dr. Wallach, another question. And see, so that was Vlad, that was for your cousin. It's in the hospital with degenerative bone and disc disease. We got with Pauline's. We have another question here that says, I have a question about heart health. I am 65, female. My blood pressure is higher than it should be, but does not give an actual number. Can you advise what to take to lower blood pressure, as I do not want to go on a prescription?
Let's see here. Did she say how much she weighed?
Let's go by 100 pounds, Doc.
100 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of all the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no glutens, no wheat, no brown oats, no buckwheat, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. That one's got to go. Also need to take per 100 pounds of body weight, 1 healthy brain and heart pack. So if she weighs 110, 90, 110, 120, take a 1 healthy brain and heart pack, a half a dose of breakfast, half a dose of dinner. If she weighs 140 or more, 2 healthy brain and heart packs, a full dose of breakfast and dinner. And then she needs a de-stress capsule. Take 3 of those twice a day for the benefit of the heart. Okay, it's specifically designed to help the heart. De-stress capsules. Take 3 of those twice a day. I take 3 of those twice a day. Okay, and then, in fact, I invented de-stress. I'm the guy that came up with that. Okay, then also it needs the, let's see here. I'd go with the I-26 for heart health, artery health, vein health, nerve health. Okay, the I-26, take a dose 2 or 3 times a day, 2 or 3 of the chewables 2 or 3 times a day, or the capsules or the powder, whichever one you want. And also the Cardio FX. Cardio FX is extremely useful for the heart. Go ahead and take 2 doses a day of that. Okay, and so again, you know, I'm going on 86. I don't have a single thing wrong with my heart. I go to the doctors and they listen and they take blood and they take scopes and everything. they look at the back and they look at the front and under my arms. It drives them crazy because there's nothing wrong with me at 85 years old and they can't figure it out.
Yep, it's a good place to be, Dr. Wallach. They can be amazed all day long. That's a good place to be. So the next question, Dr. Wallach, and this is actually one for me. So Olga was asking, I think it was 2 days ago, whenever I was on with Dr. Laura Dennison, we talked about the ultra body toddy. And we had mentioned the particular herb, it's a nutrient actually that we like that's in the ultra body toddy, and that's the N-acetylcysteine. So you want to make sure you're getting ultra body toddy, especially if you're on a budget and you can only pick one thing. Ultra body toddy is a really good option. Then add in your essential fatty acids, then add in your calcium support as budget allows. And that calcium can be either the CalMag that was mentioned, the Osteo FX liquid or powder, or the Cal Toddy, which comes in a liquid. There's actually some others, Dr. Wallach. There's quite a few. Bone building formula is another one that I love. But there's a lot of things that we can do, Dr. Wallach, and we can shop under one website and get what we need in order to help us nutritionally through supplementation. And Doc, the Certified Holistic Health Coach course teaches your philosophies.
Yeah, exactly. But I would throw one more thing in there.
What's that?
You asked about it earlier, is the Xerafem. Yeah.
Well, we weren't talking about any particular male or female. So this was just wanting to know about the N-acetylcysteine that's in the ultra body toddy.
I take 2 Xera tests. I throw them into my bottle with all my other pills. I don't even know, when I'm taking them, but I take my 2 Xera tests during the day. And again, we have all these products that are specific, what we call secret sauces. But we don't push the secret sauces without the 90 essential nutrients. You need that base of nutrients that every cell in the body will have access to. And then you have a secret sauce for that particular issue, because for some reason, where you live, what you're eating, how you're cooking will determine which secret sauce or which multiples of secret sauces you will need to shore up and get the best benefit of the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
All right. Well, Dr. Wallach, we are coming up to the top of the hour, and I just want to thank you so much for providing some amazing information. We're actually going to get you out of here on time today. If we could get a co-host up on the screen with me. Dr. Wallach, thank you again for just fighting for us.
Okay. I want to throw out my phone number. So if people want to order my books and CDs and DVDs, they can get a hold of Dr. Milan in Salvador at 1-800-755-4656, 1-800-755-4656. Remember, if you buy 10 of any one title, you get a nice discount. You can sell them for the regular price, make a little profit, or it'd be cheaper to give away as gifts when you buy 10 or more. Okay. And it's one of those things where knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So don't let your family, your friends, your neighbors, your workmates, your church mates suffer unnecessarily. And then one other thing, one of my newest tools is the AI CD. This is a 30-minute long thing. Again, 30 minutes long DVD. It goes for $8, but you get a nice discount if you buy 10 of them. Okay. And then we have the big DVD. Okay. The big DVD, this is 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay. This covers all the nutrition issues. Okay.
You gotta tell us what the title of that is, Dr. Wallach.
This is Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Let's see here. Someone should go to jail. Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Someone should go to jail. It's a DVD, 2 hours and 10 minutes, and you can use it to show it to a group of people who are in the room or at the desk, it goes along with the book. You have a case, people, they buy a case of this DVD, and then they buy a case of the books. Okay, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And so they show the story with the DVD, and then they sell the books again. It's one of those things where this information getting out there to your family, your friends, your associates, your customers, you're going to add many healthful years to their life. And again, if they want to do this as a business, or who you're going to leave it to when you want to retire or something happens to you, it doesn't go back to the company. It goes back to the person you've left your longevity business to. So make sure they have the information so they can be 100%. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all you and your team does.
Absolutely. You're very welcome, Dr. Wallach. We have a question wanting to know what you would recommend for hypothyroidism, but we did an amazing show where we talked about hypothyroidism in detail, and that was January 17th, 2025. So look that one up, folks. Yes, Doc?
Yeah, well, quickly, the thyroid, we want to take the 90 essential nutrients, get rid of all the bad foods, and then Ocean's Gold. Ocean's Gold. I take 3 of those twice a day. If you look at my kitchen table where I sit and eat, I have 50 different bottles there. I take 3 of each of those twice a day. Okay. And so it's like drives you crazy when people come in and say, what are all those for? Why are they there? Well, that's what I take twice a day for my nutritional value. Okay. Those are all secret sauces. Okay. To go along with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
Well, Dr. Wallach, you know what really drove me crazy? When you would invite me to dinner and there was no place for me to sit.
Well,
but
yeah,
we figured it out.
If you're gonna invite me to dinner, then I'm going to bring a little package. I'm gonna have all my pills and everything in there, okay? And I can come with a stash of pills, so I'm not going a meal without them.
That's right. Well, Dr. Wallach, thank you so much again. And we could not do this without an amazing team to help make sure everything flows smoothly and to pick up if something does not go smoothly. And today we have on with us Sherry, who is part of the tech crew, who helps to make sure that the stream gets set up correctly. Thank you so much, Sherry. And we have Ruth Ellen. Sherry also, sorry, that's not the only thing she does, but she also is watching the different platforms, looking for people's questions and comments as well. So thank you, Sherry. We have Ruth Ellen, my executive production manager, who helps to keep us organized and everything running as close to on time as we possibly can. So thank you so much, Ruth Ellen, for all that you do in herding cats. And we have Miss Kaylee. Kaylee is joining us and helping with social media presence and content and making more awareness through different graphics. So thank you so much, Kaylee. And we have Albert joining us from South Africa, letting people in as he is our warden for the day. So it's no buy a donkey. Thank you very much. All is funny best. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
Zachary.
What's Zachary?
Zachary, safe journey.
Safe journey.
Oh, safe journey. Fantastic. All right, Zachary. I'm going to have to try to remember that one too. And we have Marilyn, who is speedy fingers, folks. So if you're here live with us in the Zoom, you've got that chat open. You have seen the efforts of what she loves to do, and that is to do transcription or dictation, whatever you want to call it, and put it into the chat so that people can see it and be able to take a screenshot of it and take it to the person that shared the program with them and say, hey, this is what I need, or this is similar. This person's got some stuff that I've got going on. Can you help me with this? So definitely very helpful in what Marilyn does. And if you're watching us on a social media platform other than YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, it's because of our digital marketing director, AJ. as he has been very instrumental in helping us to get on all the platforms where people are going to get information. So thank you, AJ. And if you're one of those people getting information on the replay or on the live stream, let us know you're there. Drop us a question or a comment and say hello. If you've got questions, you can write that there. And most importantly, if you're watching this show and you was like, where do I get this? I've never spoken to anybody. I just want to get what is being spoken about. You look in the comments and the description of our program, you will find a full plethora of information there just for you. So we want to make it easy for you and remove all barriers that may be keeping you from creating that better health journey. My name is Becca Dukes. As the Director of Student Services for the Institute of Holistic Health, it is my honor and privilege to bring this information to you, because as we are helping ourselves and our families and our communities, together we are helping the world. And if you'd like to learn more about how you can be part of the solution to a hurting world, go to coach.dailywithdoc.com. Again, that's coach.dailywithdoc.com. And until next time, which is going to be Friday with Pharmacist Ben, same time, same place, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1 p.m. Pacific, 1 to 2 Mountain, 2 to 3 Central, 3 to 4 Eastern, and 10 to 12 at South Africa time. Depends on the time of year, does change. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. This program is not meant to take the place of your primary care physician, nor are the products meant to treat, diagnose, or cure disease. But folks, you take any of these nutrients and go to pubmed.gov, do a search on it, you're going to find the value. And then when you find a company that knows how to synergistically blend those nutrients, micronutrients, macronutrients, herbs, so the body can actually use it, you've got a winning combination. So get back with the person that shared this program with you. Give us a call, 855-949-3377, or visit our website, dailywithdoc.com, and look for store and all the other things that you can do on our website. Until next time, bye for now. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have a founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health. Dr.